Hello everyone, thank you for checking out my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. Yeah, we talk all about all different types of outdoor apparel, everything from base layers to jackets, pants. We get into some backpacks, boots, sunglasses, and even some Yeti products here. So a ton of stuff. I have a lot of videos here, almost over 400 at this point. And they're all broken down to different categories in the playlists here. So if you're looking for something in particular, it might be helpful to use the playlist to kind of narrow down your search so you don't have to scroll through several hundred videos. But again, thank you for checking out the video today. Today we are looking at the new revised for 2025 Gamma MX Hoodie from Arc'teryx. So this is great. I have an older Gamma MX that I have had for years and I love it. And I'm going to not only show you the new one, but we'll kind of compare it to the older one. We'll look at some layers, we'll weigh it, we'll put a helmet on underneath it, show you what this is all about. All right? So yeah, great piece. So in the Gamma lineup for Arc'teryx, there are 3 different jackets currently. There's a lightweight version, there's the regular Gamma version, which is the middle ground, and then the Gamma MX, which is this one, the heaviest and warmest Gamma that they make at this time. And what makes this a little warmer is basically the fact that it has a nice soft fleece backing to the material. All right, so it's not a lining, it's not a separate piece of material inside the jacket. It's actually a backing that goes directly on the material. So it feels like one piece, okay? It is nice and soft. It is going to add some comfort. It adds a little more warmth. And basically, overall, it adds to a little more weight to the jacket, right? This is going to feel a little more hefty, a little more substantial than the standard Gamma. The outside fabric here on this is a Fortius 2.0 fabric. It's a breathable fabric, but it's also a nice heavier weight, stretchy. It does have some stretch to it, but it's going to be wind resistant and it's going to provide a nice amount of moisture resistance as well. The newer version here for 2025 does have a PFAS-free DWR coating. So that's really nice, to help with the environment so we don't have all these chemicals that linger along for a long time and get into the soil and the water supply and all that. So a really nice all-weather shell here. So it's basically a shell that's designed mostly for climbing. Particularly this version being that it's the warmest and the heaviest, the most durable, is going to be great for more like ice climbing. But anytime you need that little bit of extra warmth in a soft shell, this is going to be a great piece for you. Like I said, I have owned this version here for many years. Now this one here, my old one, is just the jacket. It does not have a hood. So obviously it is available in both a hooded and non-hooded version. I liked the non-hooded version, as I'll show you before, because I like to wear a synthetically insulated jacket underneath it that has a hood, and for me that was enough, as I'm basically wearing this more casually. But for climbers, if you need a hood, this is really a great option for you. Now what's nice too is this hood is also all lined with this nice fleece. So overall, the jacket has a really great feel. It is a regular fit. It's going to have some room underneath it for some layers. However, it's not that big. So you're not going to be putting, big, heavy, puffy jackets underneath it, like down jackets or something like that. My Atom jacket is perfect. A Proton LT, my older version that I have, awesome. Okay, no problem at all. Where it starts getting tight for me is with a cerium. All right, so if I put a cerium on underneath this, it fits, but it's starting to get a little more snug. So just personally, I really like the Atom or the Proton underneath it better. I do have a Cerium SL, which is the super lightweight one. That fits under here nice. But anything more than that, a thorium, like I said, the Cerium gets tight. It's not that big. So even though it does have a regular fit and there is room underneath it, by the time you have a base layer, perhaps a light fleece, right? A nice fleece underneath this is great, or a synthetically insulated jacket. I think that's going to be, at least for me, my comfort level. Okay? The newer version is really not any different than my older one. Now, my older one here, I want to say, is got to be at least 4 years old. I want to say around 4 years old. So the difference basically in this one is that it now has this PFAS-free DWR coating on it. Other than that, I really don't see much of a difference. The one thing that I have noticed here is that the cuff around the wrist on the new one is a little bit tighter. Now, it has pretty much the same design. It has a elastic kind of stretchy band on the bottom half of the wrist, and then on the top half, it just kind of curves up over the wrist. Now, my older version has the same thing, but I would say that the curve up over the top of the wrist is not quite as much as this one. I think this one curves up a little bit further, but I just feel that the elastic bands here on the bottom of the newer version are a little bit tighter. They seal up a little bit more than on the older version. I mean, I'm looking for stuff here, okay, to make a difference, to see what can be different. Other than that, really they're pretty much the same. Now, the features here on this jacket, they both have two nice chest pockets here. They're both zippered, and they're nice sized pockets. And they do have that fleece lining in them as well. So it is a nice protected pocket here. So you have one on this side, one here on this side. Nice high chest pockets. Again, if you're climbing, this is a nice option for you. It also has two nice pockets, hand pockets down lower here. So these pockets too are all fleece lined inside. They have a nice, soft, comfortable material. So they will help to keep your hands warm. Now, what's neat with these pockets is if I open up the jacket, the whole inside of the jacket here has a separate mesh, a soft mesh lining on top of the fleece. So this nice mesh lining really helps with the breathability here in the pockets. All right, so if you leave your pockets open, unzipped, these do have nice zippers with little pulls on them. It will have some extra breathability here through the pockets, both the chest pockets up top and the lower hand pockets. There is also pull cord adjustments here on the bottom hem, one on each side. And if you see here in the pictures behind me, you'll see this fleece backing. All the seams are taped. So again, a really nice, well-built jacket. Whenever you have taped seams in a soft shell or a hard shell, that really just helps to keep the elements out, okay, especially water. The nice thing about having taped seams in any kind of jacket, when it comes to rain, the most susceptible areas of the jacket that are prone to leak, to allow water in, is the seams. So if we have taped seams here on the inside, that really helps to seal that seam together and not allow any water or dampness to get inside the jacket. So that's a nice feature here as well. So really do like the inside of this. The Gamma MX here has always been a go-to for me, a favorite of mine. I'll show you with the layer. My old Gamma MX with my Atom LT hoodie has been a staple of mine in the winter. I wear it a ton, and I'll put it on for you. I'll show you how all that fits as well. So the other thing here with this, let's get into the hood. So obviously that one is a non-hooded version. This one here has the hood. So the hood is nice. It's a helmet compatible hood. I'll throw the helmet on for you here in a minute. But what's nice is there are two pulls inside here, which helps cinch up around the front of the hood here. And there are the little push locks, one up here and one up here to release, the drawstrings when you pull it. So you can loosen it back up. Also on back, there is a pull cord adjustment here on the back of the hood as well. So definitely a lot of room for, adjusting your hood to fit over your helmet, or if you're not wearing a helmet, the hood is not huge, so it will fit nicely without a helmet as well. So if we let me just do this now. If I pull this in, we can cinch this up nice. I could pull in front here, where are we? Just a little bit to help pull in around the sides. So you can see this, really takes the volume, this pull cord in the back, really takes the volume out of the hood, and it fits great even if you're not wearing a hood. And it has a nice little brim here in the front that's a little more stiff to help, block that rain from just falling in your face. It keeps the weather out. So a nice hood here, even without the hood, helmet. Okay, so let's open this up, stretch this out. Let's put the helmet on for you. So this is my Black Diamond Half Dome. Just a popular helmet, kind of I think a good representation of what any helmet would be like. So here you go. Okay, again, we can pull this closed a little bit if we need to seal it up. The front sides here I really don't need to adjust anymore. I think this fits pretty nicely, just as it is. All right, so it's not pulling me, but what I will say is that when I have the helmet on, this piece here in front of my chin is pulled up a little bit higher over my chin. When I take the helmet off, let me show you here. I'll take the helmet off and zip this up. It's comfortable, it's looser, and it kind of fits just under my chin. So with the helmet on, it kind of pulls it up a little bit higher, and with it off, it's just under my chin. But it's pretty soft. There is a nice, like velvety, soft fleece material here inside around your chin that helps to keep it warm and comfortable. And also an extra little piece here where the zipper is to help, again, soften everything. And there is, definitely an easy pull here on the zipper so that you can, grab it and pull it easily, even if you're wearing gloves. Okay, so that's the hood. So basically here, let me take this off. You can see what this jacket looks like inside. I really do like the fact that the fleece backing here on this jacket is entirely throughout the whole jacket. Through the hood, through the body, through the sleeves, and the whole bit, okay? So you can see the mesh that comes down the sides here, the panels where all the pockets are, and the rest of the jacket is all that nice fleece backing. So a really nice piece, and it's always been. I've always really liked my Gamma MX over here, and I wanted to try the new version for you and compare the two, but I gotta tell you, there's really not much difference other than, like I said, I think the cuff on this one is a little bit tighter around my wrist. Not crazy, but a little bit. And this has the PFAS-free DWR, okay? Let me weigh this here for you so you can get an idea of what this is going to weigh. And in fact, I'm going to weigh my older one, the non-hooded version, for you as well, so you can see what both of them are. Like I said, I don't believe there's any differences between the older ones and the newer ones that are going to be anything substantial or anything major. Okay, so here we have 680 grams. So again, this is a size extra large. So I am 6'2", 210 pounds, and this definitely is a size extra large. All my jackets here are extra large. 680 grams. All right. All right, so let's try the older non-hooded version. So this too is really nice. Let me just hold this up for you and just tell you here. Basically, same thing. Okay, this has all that nice soft fleece inside and the same mesh here on the pockets and the backing of all the pockets. Just a non-hooded version. It does have that nice soft fleece, velvety fleece material here along the entire collar. So obviously this doesn't have a hood, so it doesn't have all the pull cords and stuff in it. But this, I'll throw it on. This fits me the same way. Really nice, still a regular fit, still room for some lighter weight layers underneath it. Okay, but this is it. See here, I have a little more room under here. Perhaps it's just that this is older and the stretch bands are maybe not quite as tight as the newer one, but I definitely think the newer one does have a little more, a little tighter than this. Okay, but you can see the length of this jacket and the whole bit. All right, so let me weigh this, and I'll show you some, my layers with my Atom LT. Okay. So the non-hooded version, I have 595 grams. All right, so that should help you out with that. Now let's check out my Atom LT hoodie. So this is what's now known as just the regular Atom. When I bought this years ago, about the same time I actually bought my old Gamma, this was the Atom LT, the lightweight. Then there was the Atom SL, the super light. And then there was the Atom heavyweight. I guess they called it the Atom AR at the time. All right. So this is that middleweight jacket, 60 grams of core loft insulation inside here, fleece panels down both sides from under the arms, down the sides. Again, I have a whole nother video here on this channel all about this jacket, but you can see the fleece here. It helps with the breathability. So this is a very popular jacket from Arc'teryx, and I've always loved this combination. This has been a go-to for me in the winter for several years, and it's just, not a heavy combination, so like not in super cold weather, but in average temperatures here for me where I live, the winters are the 30s, low 40s, a typical day. So this is a really nice combo. And when I need a hood, I have the hood from the Atom. So, again, just a really great combination for me that's been really comfortable. All right, so you can see how this all fits. Yeah, it's perfect. It really is a nice, comfortable combination. So let me throw the new one on. Again, the Atom, the Proton jacket or hoodie is going to be an 80 GSM insulation, so it's going to be a little heavier than the Atom, but both fit under the Gamma MX beautifully, like without any problems at all. All right, so let me set this up. All right, so here we go. All right, definitely very comfortable. This is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It feels great. The Atom underneath it is going to provide a nice amount of warmth. It's a great piece for all kinds of high output activities, as it's going to be breathable, and this jacket's going to be great for protection, warmth, the whole bit. So together, this is awesome. All right, so I hope that kind of helps you out, shows you the new revised 2025 edition of the Gamma MX hoodie. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the little thumbs up, hit the like button there, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all your support. I'm looking to get more and more subscribers here to help build this channel up. And that all helps to make my videos become more accessible to more and more people. So again, thank you very much. I really do appreciate your time. And thank you for watching. We'll see you back again soon. Take care. Bye.